Hello everybody, I'm Martin. We're back again to talk about advanced generators, which is still a lie because the advanced part makes it sound scarier than it actually is. And here we are, sitting right next to an already built generator, which, looking aside of it, would be nice, except it has no fuel. But thankfully, Advanced Generators has a solution for that built into the pack and isn't completely reliant upon other mods to at least provide fuel to its own generators. Because it has built in the pack Syngas, which is made in a syngas producer. And we're going to talk about how that goes together today, because it's not all that different from the Advanced Generator itself, and it's not all that scary. But it starts with a few basic pieces. The first piece being the Syngas producer controller, which lists all the other components it can take. It needs an intake valve to take in water. It needs an output valve to output the syngas itself. It can take redstone control modules to take in redstone signals from elsewhere. It can take up to 25 mixing chambers, which is where it creates the syngas. This determines how fast and how much it produces. And then it needs a heating chambers, which create steam. These are optional. It can take steam from outside sources. If you do it within the syngas producer itself, it will use up some extra carbon in the process. There's also an item input port to send in the solid fuels, so either logs or coal or charcoal. And then there are also sensor modules, which will allow it to send out redstone signals based on various events with the generator itself. So I guess let's put one down real fast to show you how this works. Same as the advanced generator, all you do is you start by putting down the controller. Then you're going to want to add in the other various pieces. In this case, we're going to put the output valve so we can plug it directly into the advanced generator right here. We're going to add a heating chamber back here, 5 mixing chambers, and then an item input port right here, and then a fluid intake valve. In addition to this, we're also going to add a tank of water because we need a water source, a hopper into the item input port with a bunch of coal. And now we can look inside here in the controller. And you can see that it has water input. It's taking the coal and turning it into carbon. And we are slowly building up heat. If you've put this together and it does not appear to be building up heat, you either don't have water coming in or you don't have fuel. The water is the most likely source. Until this reaches, I believe it's 150 heat, it will not actually produce syngas. Now, while we wait for this to charge up, we should discuss the fact that this requires a couple of things. One, you're going to need something that can send it fuel sources. You're either going to need to be able to send in charcoal blocks or normal charcoal, normal blocks of coal, or wood planks or logs. And they all give varying amounts of carbon and syngas, with the coal being the most profitable one, at least in base vanilla. But if you don't have a means to do an automated farmer, this could be kind of painful, much like if you don't have something to do pipes to put water in and take the syngas out. Well, I guess you're using buckets, huh? It works fairly well with most other mods, though, and if you're creating power, you probably have a mod that can at least pass around the fluids and the power, and hopefully has something that has a farm involved into it. Now that it's heated up past 150, you can see that we are producing syngas, 4.5 millibuckets a tick. We now have over a bucket's worth. And I should note that a bucket's worth of syngas generates a total of 1 million FE or RF, or pick your power unit of choice. And from there, we can plug it directly into our advanced generator. And you can see that we are now using the syngas and turning it into RF. This isn't filling up because I have a battery right over here absorbing it all. But you can see that it's filling up pretty quickly with only 5 turbines, producing 5,000 FE a tick, and we aren't even really denting our supply of syngas right now. So I'm not going to be able to give you the perfect ratios for how many you need or how much it takes. The reality is one syngas provider here can do quite a lot, and you can scale it up fairly high. It all depends on how much fuel you can pass it and keep it supplied with over time, honestly, more than anything. But the whole goal of this was to point out that this is not complicated any more than the advanced generator itself is, and is actually really easy to keep your base supplied with power, despite the name making it sound scary. Anyhow, if you found this video interesting or entertaining, please consider me a like or subscribe if you're new. As always, I'm Ard. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.